I'm here to document real, authentic moments because I feel like we're in a world that is so connected that we're disconnected. Welcome to another vlog. I'm Caitlin. I live in Key West, Florida. I'm a 24-year-old about to be 25. And I took a break from vlogging because I was in the rat race, always trying to keep up with these amazing content creators. And I thought less of myself because I work a full-time job. I'm trying to do content creating. I'm drinking less, learning more, exercising more, post-grad, building my career, building a business, and I just felt kind of lost and felt like I just couldn't keep up with the beauty of vlogging and content creators and like a mass production, and forgetting that everybody has managers and teams and I'm literally just one person. So if you're in that same boat, you're in your 20s, you're trying to balance life, and you need a little inspiration with some raw, authentic content, then you came to the right place. Let's build a little community together, and I'm so glad you're here, and let's get it started. We all deserve a park sweater and a brand trip. So the reason why I'm filming this today is I struggle with perfectionism and comparison. I always said that I didn't really do that, but I absolutely do, and I'm just over it. So I wasn't picking up the vlog camera because I wasn't like Maggie McDonald or Kaylee Stewart and all these amazing successful girls. And I think it's also important to remember that a lot of the people you're comparing yourself to are older than you, they're already married, they have a completely different life, their parents are rich, or they're self-made, whatever it might be. It's like you were literally not even close to that type of person, and maybe what they show on social media you wish you had, but you probably, depending on who you are and what you're going through, do not wish that you have some of the things that got them there. Like, I know a lot of people's parents went through divorces and they became super independent and got depressed, and that's why they became so successful, because it came out of a place of loneliness. I personally think, even though I don't always apply it, that it's really important to remember that a lot of the success you see is derived from sadness, from trauma, from needing the money, from needing to post whatever it might be. So for example, I work a 9 to 5 and I've been trying to balance my life, be a content creator, be as good as all these people, and I work in marketing, so I know what good content looks like. So I get so pissed off at myself when I don't have good lighting, whenever I don't do this, this, and this. That could be a whole separate video of itself. Even right now, I didn't put lip gloss on, and I just know little things like that, like visual hooks, whatever it could be, is important for good content. Like, these vloggers aren't just whipping out their camera anytime they want. Maybe like Emma Chamberlain is, but these other vloggers, like, they wait to unbox their products. They wait to wear that cute outfit. They plan out what they're going to eat for the video. Like, this isn't just natural, you know, like everyone else who's working a 9 to 5. I feel like I'm trying to make this aesthetic life, and then I whip out the camera, and then I'm mad that it doesn't look like Emma Pritchard, Maggie McDonald, Jessica Stockstill, all of these people's like really cute jobs. They spend like 80 hours a week working to do these things, and then they create this aesthetic life, and they create this aesthetic life because they're so successful, and then we compare ourselves to them when their job is to be aesthetic. And go y'all, go you. I love y'all. If you guys ever see this, y'all are amazing. It has nothing to do with you. I'm just saying that so many girls compare themselves to these perfect lives, when I don't have the fucking perfect life. We're working full-time jobs, we're dealing with our trauma, as I said before, and we're trying to balance and learn. I think we also forget that social media is a skill. You're not just like magically amazing at social media. Maybe a few girls are, they're good at photography, whatever it might be. Bridget Campbell, I follow her. She recently quit her job, all that, recreated her life, you know, that whole thing. The series of like changing your life. That shit takes a lot of effort. She's like naturally so pretty, so cute. From New York. I feel like if you're from New England, you already have like a leg up in content creation because it's so beautiful and like unique there. Just the environment of that area is aesthetic within itself. Like, you already got a leg up. If you live in New England, start taking videos because that shit's amazing. Anyways, I just listed off 5 content creators off the top of my head, which proves that I think about them, I compare myself to them. And I think we're in a world where we're so connected, but we're also disconnected. We forget how powerful social media is. You wake up and you're already scrolling. Even your favorite content creators, you're still comparing your life to them. So I want to be raw, I want to be authentic, and I want to post videos that feel authentic to me, even if I continue to only get 100 views, 300 views, or only get good views on travel vlogs. My goal is to be me, and if people like it, that's cool. If not, whatever. I'm getting some sunlight, we're coming outside, and we're gonna enjoy our lives. So another fun fact about me is I love making acai bowls. My little ninja blender, and I make acai bowls literally anytime I have like a self-care moment or I have time before work. So at my full-time job, I sometimes go in at 12 and I make an acai bowl every single time before 12. Every single time. I can't even remember one time that I didn't. And then any day I'm off during the week and Jesse's working, I always make an acai bowl. I think it's good to romanticize your life and find meals and things that make you happy while staying healthy and hitting your goals. Like for example, the acai bowl, I make sure I use kind of like low fat stuff. I make sure that I use really good protein powders so I can hit my goals, hit my macros while like really enjoying it. And I always eat it while I watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. If you guys haven't seen Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I'm blown away. I'm like an OG Orange County girl. Beverly Hills, Orange County, original New York, things like that. So good. So this is like the setup of like the most amazing products ever. I put the Tahari in there. I'm gonna cut up some strawberries. PB Fit, low fat, but it still tastes like amazing peanut butter. A tiny bit of Purely Elizabeth and then a tiny bit of Catalina Crunch. Just because I have to have crunch in my acai bowls, like I need to be eating something, not just drinking. That's why I'm not a big fan of smoothies. Also, you guys tell me what your favorite comfort shows and comfort podcasts are. I have a problem. I'm alone a lot and consume a lot. So like my favorite thing is watching kind of healthy lifestyle vloggers and getting inspiration or getting like really nicely distracted while I do stuff like this. So my favorite creators are Kaylee Stewart, Hannah Adkins, Maggie McDonald, I think is my all-time fave. She just doesn't always post consistently, which makes me sad. And then Paige Lawrence is definitely like my favorite in regards to a lifestyle I want to live, but don't know if that's like quite in my reach. Like being the founder of Dairy Boy, I think is so fucking cool. And it gives me a huge inspiration for starting my business. I'm not gonna talk and like launch my business yet, but we're building the framework for it. So like normally I would never film or vlog this because I think my kitchen is ugly and I have shit sitting here on the sink. But I think it's time that we have like real people show their real lives, because the only people that are documenting it are people who have the perfect lives, which is the reason why everyone's falling into this horrible self-comparison rat race. If I only pull out my camera when my kitchen is amazing, then people are gonna think that's normal. No. This is normal, and even this is a little bit cleaner than usual. So I always put my acai bowl in my handy dandy bowl. I cut up half a banana because I never realized how many carbs are in a banana, and I already eat a ton of carbs. I'm not saying like I'm super low carbs, but I just didn't realize like if I eat this whole banana, it's like low-key a lot if you're trying to have a calorie deficit or something, which is another thing I think we should be talking about. I have struggled with the gym. I have struggled with body image, and it's funny because I'm so self-aware about how I shouldn't that I make myself feel guilty. Anyways, I'm gonna cut up my banana and talk about that. Body image. So I'm very self-aware that body image is bad, you know? So I've always been a believer in, I never go on scales. I have no idea what I weigh right now. And then every time I go to the doctor, I'm like kind of upset because I go a little bit farther than like what I know that I should be at, right? So then I realized there's power in numbers and knowing. I think there's a good balance in between it and nothing. I'm not a professional, I know literally nothing. But for me, someone who's just yo-yo dieted, I'm like, okay, let's actually be aware of how many calories I'm consuming, what the scale says, have self-awareness of where I'm at, therefore I can see results rather than this constant like, oh, I don't know, but really I know. I probably just ate like 3,000 calories yesterday, especially after drinking. So I think there's a lot of power in identifying where you're at and anywhere in life, and to be gentle and kind to yourself, and just kind of consistently eating whole foods, not tracking it too much, but having that awareness of like how much is in. For example, I might think bananas are so healthy and I eat like 3 a day, and then I realized when I'm eating 3 bananas a day on top of everything else, I was like, oh, I'm not serving my body as well as I could if I eat strawberries instead of bananas. Little things like that can go a long way, and then every time you go to the doctor, you're not like, how did that happen? I've been putting in all this work. You want to put in all the work and then also be aware of what your body needs. And that's super helpful because I never really heard anyone talk about that. This is my favorite brand for anyone wanting to know. It's unsweetened. It's literally like 60 calories. And I just throw it in the blender. You scared me! No! I was filming too, that's so funny. You said you weren't coming, so I was like, what the? Nice. Well, welcome back. To document this moment and this transformation. I've been vlogging here and there, and then I have to piece it together whenever you work a full-time job. Even my house itself, as you can see, there's like no walls and it's really dark in here. So that has been a struggle, another reason why I don't pick up the camera. And I just realized I am wasting time, I am wasting my life stressing about things that do not really matter. I want to be a content creator, I want to be an influencer, so I'm stressing myself out over what? Over not being other people, over not having a beautiful house, whatever it might be. And then I'm not appreciating the beauty that I currently have. And I was like, halt, stop. That's disgusting. I spent thousands of dollars to move here, to live here. Key West is really expensive, so even this apartment itself is like the price of probably your mortgage. And I'm over here like pissed off that it's not amazing and it's not the penthouse in Boston. Well, guess what? We're not in Boston. So we're on a new journey. We're learning discipline, we're eating healthy, we're drinking less, we're going to Pilates, and we're following our higher self. So if you guys like higher self journeys and you want to actually see the documented process of this is your channel, dude. This is your channel. Welcome. Because we need to see less of perfectionism and see raw, authentic content. That's what the world needs. We're done with the aesthetics. We know you can make a cute little coffee video. We know. Beautiful. Good for you. We need real life. We need real connection. The world is at a place where we are, as I mentioned before, so connected, we're disconnected, okay? Right now, you're watching this vlog. When was the last time you talked to your actual friend? You'll watch my life, but you won't check in with your friend. I've literally been watching a vlog of people that I love because it does make me really happy, and then sometimes eventually you hit a threshold where you're in a comparison mode. And I ignore a phone call from someone that I know because I'm in the middle of watching a vlog. I mean, if you're doing self-care, fine, but come on, guys. That is so disconnected. We are not connecting with our people. We're connecting with strangers that you're never gonna meet. And in some ways that's beautiful, that's amazing. But in other ways, our life is just getting wasted away. So here I am. I'm starting vlogging again. Follow me if you want to see beach content, lifestyle content, Pilates content, and raw, authentic talks, because we need to improve ourselves while staying peaceful, while staying balanced, and being a content creator without consuming and constantly consuming. Let's do some more creating. Let's be able to afford those park sweaters together. Also, my birthday is next week, so I feel like I can literally feel the frontal lobe developing. So that's why I just want to document this journey. I'm tired of wasting my life thinking I need to be amazing. I can still post vlogs and not have the most amazing content on earth. I can still post vlogs if I don't have the most amazing beach day ever because my whole life is dedicated to making content. No. We have a full-time job, we have a fiance, we're planning a wedding, we have friends, work out. Like, that's a lot of time. Like, also with sleeping and eating, that gives me like 4 hours a week to do content, and that's fine because we're gonna document a real life. Let me know if you guys have any questions on how to move, how to balance your life, how to start being disciplined, how to stop drinking, how to ball on a budget, a makeup routine on a budget, all the things with a normal girl in her 20s. You're welcome. Hey, Lottie. Oh, you want the food? I live in Key West, I'm living my best life, and I realized that I have been depressed. So I decided I'm finally gonna start vlogging again. I love vlogging. I want to show my rebrand, my real life update transformation. I took a big break from posting after my Europe trip, moving here, and just reflecting on who I want to be, where I want to go, what I want to do. So I decided that I was going to say screw it and start posting again, start vlogging again. 24, about to be 25 next week. I live in Key West, Florida. I have a full-time job. I'm trying to be a content creator. I'm trying to heal my inner child, my trauma, all the things, and live the happiest life possible, while also trying to build a business and build a brand. So if that's not super stressful, I don't know what is.